Khulu, thank you for joining us. You are so deep in so-called junk status, non-investment grade. Do you expect this further downgrade from S&P to affect borrowing costs?
Well, yes, this decision by S&P obviously is going to make things difficult for us, as they have been, but it has to be understood that sometime last year up until recently, say around January this year, we were having difficulties in terms of accessing money from the markets because the market at the time were raising issues about the perception that the previous board of Eskom was not doing enough to address the issues that were bedeviling this company, especially around corporate governance issues and also people who are now on suspension. At the time, the board was seen not to be doing much or at least very little. So, but all of those things are now water under the bridge. We have a new board, we have a new management team, and these issues are now being addressed, which is why now it is relatively easy. It's not 100% easy, but at least the market is now beginning to open up to Eskom, and we are now talking about this credit facility of 20 billion rand. Last month, we were talking about 5 billion rand, which was also extended to Eskom. So things are beginning to change for the good.
All right, so how bad is the cash situation? How bad is Eskom's financial situation, and to what extent will that 20 billion rand help?
Our financial situation is actually very, as we have said before, it is dire. We are not where we should be as a company in terms of our finances. But I would say, severity of the situation that we were facing is now beginning to, or at least the gap is now beginning to close. Because previously we were not able to raise any money in the market. But now the market is beginning to open up to Eskom, which is going to help us. So this 20 billion rand, just to contextualize it, we had previously said on this station and elsewhere that we need at least 20 billion rand between January and the end of our financial year, which is the end of March this year. So now this money is going to help us in terms of our daily operations. But importantly, the bankers who have granted us this loan are saying this money, the bulk of it at least, has to go towards the completion, or at least towards the completion of Medupi and Kusile. And obviously, as you know, we also are building transmission lines for the connection of renewable energy projects. So all of this money essentially will go towards those particular projects, and none of it will go maybe say for things, as some people have said before, Australian salaries and things like that. None of that money will go towards salaries.
But the fact is, it sounds like Eskom is under strain when it comes to those day-to-day operations. So I hear what you say about a new leadership, but you're still plugging the holes, racking up more debt just to pay for your day-to-day operations. This will only last until March. So how can this ship be steadied? When will there be a comprehensive plan? And can Eskom be okay unless government really comes on board or opens it up to investors to throw money at the problem?
Well, in terms of government involvement, I don't think government has the appetite to give Eskom any more cash injections or anything of that sort. The least that government has done so far was to give us the guarantees. And those guarantees are the ones that we are using now to borrow against them so that we can have this money. But you're correct. Eskom has to do the right thing so that it can begin to improve on efficiencies, especially in relation to the cost of coal, and also making sure that some of the things that we can do all right within the company, like, for example, the issues of diesel. As you know, previously we were burning about 2 billion rand a month on diesel alone. Those kind of things have now been addressed, but we still have a long way to go before we can have that stability. But at least we are starting from a good footing, in a sense that we have a strong board and we have an interim CEO who is also trusted by the market, which is why they are now beginning to open up to Eskom.
All right, thank you very much. That was Eskom's Khulu Phasiwe. And of course, everybody is wondering how the power utility got into this mess. Parliament will now subpoena former SAA board chairperson Dudu Myeni